BackstageAxxess.com. We are here at Darien Lake Uproar Festival. It's one of the first shows on the tour, and we are here with the guys from Australia, one and only Airbourne. Guys, how you doing, man?
How you going?
How we doing, guys? All right, it's all good. These guys are going to be taking the stage very shortly, but they're very gracious enough to let us into the little home on the bus, and we're going to ask them a couple questions. And first question I have for you guys is, No Guts, No Glory was released April 20th with Johnny K as your producer. Why did you guys decide to go with Johnny K rather than Bob Marlett that was on your first release?
I guess we want to sort of change it up a bit and go for something different. And yeah, I mean, went to Chicago. It was a bit different than LA. Saw Johnny yesterday actually, and which was good. And yeah, no, we just change it up a bit and go for something a bit different and keep moving forward. Yeah.
I think the results speak to themselves. It's pretty much, you know, cut and dry rock and roll. It's pretty much straight ahead balls rock and arena rock type of rock that you guys do. Now, this is very similar to your first release. I think there's a very similarity. So did you guys, was that a conscious effort to keep, you know, this, even though move on to a different producer, but keep the same vibe?
Yeah, I think what we did, you know, we just wanted to keep the same, you know, we always have the same sort of goal, you know, sonically we want to go for, you know, like, want to keep it, you know, to tape and keep it organic and keep it, you know, sounding big and fat and capture the live performances and stuff like that. I think that's what we always want to keep doing. So, and Johnny was great for that, and Bob was great for that too. I mean, they're both great guys. It's you know, it's just, yeah, it's what you do when you make albums.
The writing process, what goes in the Airbourne writing process and recording process? You guys like say put aside to say this is what we're going to do, or does it just come naturally and whenever it happens, you know, happens for you guys?
Yeah, I guess a lot of material sort of gathered up on the road, and then we sort of get together near the end of the touring cycle and put it all together really, and just sort of make as many, you know, we make quite a few songs, like the last one made there's well over 40, reaching on 50 I think, so yeah, so we just sort of make a big concoction of songs and then best one wins, I guess. That's probably the best analogy we have, yeah.
You guys, you have to see these guys live. I think you guys take it to another level. When you guys are performing live, is this something that we have to capture this to a DVD? Is there talks about doing something like that?
Yeah, I think November, maybe December, capturing a DVD. It's always in the works. I mean, it's something you always talk about doing. I guess once we get back doing headline shows, we'll be out there doing that sort of thing with cameras and stuff and getting a DVD. But yeah, it's definitely something for the future.
You guys are known to get crazy. Joel jump into the crowd while he's playing guitar. What's the craziest, one of the craziest things that you guys have ever done at a show or have experienced at a show?
Geez. I mean, every show's pretty crazy for us. It's always a bit weird. But I don't know, Joel, what's one of the best things you've seen from up there?
Oh, you know, sometimes me and him have had a fight, you know, on stage, and I had to keep it, you know, without the crowd knowing what's going on. It's funny because he's got drum mics all around him, so there's a big, you know, it can come through the PA, but Mark, you know, he's always quick to turn it down.
A lot of pressure on you, Mark, tonight.
I don't know, like, there's always crowd surfing and stuff like that. There's always girls taking their tops off. You know, there's always stuff to look at. Sometimes you do see people come over the barrier and the security guard will try and catch him, but they'll just miss, and the guy will just, you know, poleaxe himself on the ground there, and he's sort of like, when you're playing, you're just checking to make sure he's okay. Then he gets up and he's rocking out again, yeah, and then it's all good. You're always checking on them to make sure they're all right.
You guys just shot a video for Blonde, Bad, and Beautiful, and a lot of artists, when they make videos, it's kind of like a long day, and it's very dull and boring, but I'm sure this wasn't the case making this video, right?
No, it was obviously, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun down there in LA, and yeah, you know, it's good to make clips like that, you know.
Any stories you can share?
Well, I'll just put it this way: it went further than just the set, so that was good.
Any comments?
Yeah, you know, it's, how can you not have fun when you're doing that, when you're watching the clip? I mean, there's a making of video out there, so that shows a bit more stuff of what happened, but yeah, it was just a really hot day.
the band is lending a lot of its music to like video games and various media type of games. Is that a conscious effort for the band? Is this a band's decision to go in that direction, or is this like more of a management thing that's trying to push you guys to do something like that?
No, it's always good to go on the video games, and stuff like that, because it sort of helps. It's sort of like a different sort of radio format, I guess, in a way. Kids playing a game, and then yeah.
Yeah, games with us have always been, it's like a new radio format, just getting the stuff out there, and it's getting out to kids who might not have heard the album before or heard it some other way before, and it gets out into the lounge rooms as they're playing the game, so it's always important to do that. And we've had a lot of people come down to us at shows and say, hey, I got into your band because I heard, Running Wild on Madden or, something like that.
The Uproar tour just started, and a lot of these festivals tend to take where bands are big party type atmosphere, where bands throw parties after the shows. Certain bands have barbecues and whatnot. Is it kind of be like this on this festival?
Yeah, absolutely. Every night's sort of a bit of a get together backstage, and then before days off like tonight, I think there's usually quite a big after party. It's always good. It's always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
People fall asleep behind buses and always get run over.
You guys are going home doing some dates in Australia after this. What's the plan for Airbourne going into 2011?
I think, I was actually asking, I sent my Australian world manager, I sent him an email last night saying, what's actually going on, January, February, and I'm just waiting to get back to me, so at the moment I don't know. I think probably more touring. I know there's an Australian tour planned, and we should be back in the US for 2011, definitely. I'm not sure the actual when. But that's what's being looked at now.
Well, please email him back so they can let us know what's going on first. You heard it here from the guys, the O'Keefe brothers, and check these guys out live. If you haven't seen these guys, they take it to another level. Definitely somebody to see. These guys are on the Uproar Festival. It just started, so they'll be coming to a town near you guys. Thanks a lot for talking to us today, man. I appreciate it. Definitely. Check these guys out, BackstageAxxess.com. See ya.
The world fell apart, and then I lost them. I can't pay the loans or the